falls from the stretcher. What if
that question was, what if anything, by the time that you arrived with Walsh from the stretcher, what if anything,
could you see
I'm
that
going to yell.
firefighters Lamati and or Nuttall or anyone else was doing with reference to Mr. O'Keefe?
what?
By that point, it seemed like they had.
Could you see what they were
They had
doing?
already got him pretty much secured
What
on
did
a,
it seem like
on
they
a
were doing?
backboard, and they were ready to move him to the stretcher.
And once Mr. O'Keefe is then moved with the backboard from where he was to the stretcher where you are, what happened then?
He does know. He does. Oh, Lolly, look, you can just say, what happened? Can we just do that over and over and over again for these direct examinations? Just do that. These people all wrote reports. They've all testified before. Just keep asking them what happened.
I remember Tony was kind of at the head of the stretcher.
You don't need to rephrase her answer.
And
her answer was clearer than your question.
You didn't know her, you never met her before.
No.
Your questions, what type of questions are you asking, or what type of information are you looking for?
What did you ask her?
So just basically came to a stop at one point, and I continued to ask I asked one more question.
It's actually helpful to know that during all of that conversation, Karen Reed was moving around. The prosecutor hasn't highlighted it well, but she was moving it around, and then they came to a stop at one point because it makes more sense if she was moving around towards where the ambulance was. Then the first witness would have heard what she was saying to this witness before they came to rest, where the video shows them at like the back of the civilian car when the ambulance doors were closed. That makes more sense.
What was that one more question?
Assuming would be the sergeant.
And then they still didn't treat it like a crime scene. Weird. In the area.
Specifically,
Why are these
what do you
questions
mean?
hard?
Like,
yeah, what do you,
as far as
outside of the
right, so outside of fire department,
when your own witnesses are staring at you trying to ascertain what you mean, the problem is your questions. She's like, so when she seems like she's focusing too hard, it's because she is trying to derive the point of his question, because he's like, when you sort of arrive, what kind of, maybe if anything, did you she is trying so hard to understand what he is saying because his questions are just not clear, but that could make her seem to the jury like she's trying to be too careful in her answers because she really doesn't know what the fuck he's asking, which is on the prosecutor.
Personnel in that area.
She's like, what?
What, if any, observations did you make of those people? Who were those people?
And that's
well, at that point, I couldn't really